Yeah. Hey, everybody. Happy Easter.
Happy Easter.
We should have brought some chocolates or something over here, but
I feel like we didn't put out a plea.
no.
But we
That's
did
all
have
right.
like one person, I found out later, dropped off our Reese's, but then they left them in that office where
Yeah,
you
they
and I
disappeared
barely
really
go.
quickly.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't go there.
So-
Are they still there?
No.
No, they're gone.
Yes. I had
Well,
one.
Great. I had 0.
Okay. So we gotta
Yeah.
do better. If it's something for the we need. I used to always send an email after we ate what we wanted.
I bought a 4-pack at Dillon's yesterday, so I treated myself.
Good for you.
Of the big eggs. I like the big eggs. You know, Reese's peanut butter eggs.
the little bites. You need to eat like 6 of them.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Which, yeah. Anyway, so Easter was great. We had a great Triduum here at Corpus Christi. A lot of great liturgies, great music. Everybody compliments on the music. You know, I went back and listened because we live streamed all of them. The music on the live stream is terrible. It just doesn't sound very good. For one reason, it only picks up the vocals. You can't hear the organ at all. Can't hear well, you can hear the trumpets because you can't help but hear them, but it just picks up the vocals, and it's...
I always feel bad for Decanter
Yeah.
because it's so in your face that even it just always sounds kind of off, and they're not off.
Well, I sound weird too in that thing.
Yeah,
Maybe I sound weird all the time, but I listen to that. It's like I don't sound like that.
you don't sound weird.
I don't sound weird. The way you said that, it's like you don't sound weird, but you are weird. Or,
Well,
it's kind of the way you said that.
right.
Well, you don't sound weird.
Well,
I feel like I should be
interpret it
here.
as you wish.
Should I go?
It's kind of like
Oh no, reviews are coming up.
It's-
That's not gonna go.
you can't
well.
see Chrissy's face, but it's kind of like she would say, "You don't look fat," but you know, something like that.
Oh, no.
Like you're humoring the person by saying that way.
No, I didn't mean it that way. Oh, my review's not going to go well.
Yeah.
Great.
Great. Well, you know.
Great. Good working with everybody.
So, it wasn't it the day after Easter? Oh, it was the day after Easter. We woke up to the news
Yeah.
about Pope Francis. What am I going to have to do with my Pope Francis waving doll here?
You just keep it. And we'll get another one of the new guy.
The new Pope. Yeah.
That
He's still waving, although really, if he's dead, he can't wave.
Oh,
I need to put some
put
tape
some
on
tape
it.
over the thing.
Tape on it.
You know,
Horrible.
did you hear
I'll
like,
just cover up the
all
little...
the stuff he said, like to his nurse and stuff?
Yeah,
He said, "Do you think I can do this and go out in the crowd?" And she was like, "Yes."
yeah.
He knew.
Very
I think
very
that's-
telling that he wanted to get out there. That's just him.
Yeah.
Ignore the doctors. I need to be with the people, and you know.
He knew what was going to happen.
Yeah.
You know, he knew he wasn't healthy.
Yeah.
And it sounded like he knew. They all make these have you seen that? Like what all the popes say, their last words? Before they like go unconscious or whatever. They all seem to say these really pivotal things.
Hmm.
Yeah, you should read it. It's on the internet.
Yeah.
On the Google.
He probably says stuff like that all the time.
That's what I think. I think they probably do say really important.
I just noticed I have a book over there. Ann, can you pull that book out? It says The Francis Miracle.
Yeah.
I might need that as a resource soon.
There we go.
Inside the Transformation of the Pope and the Church. I don't even remember
It's supposed to
reading
be
this.
really funny.
Yeah. I'll have to look at this. So, yeah, interesting. Of course, there's all kinds of commentaries about him, and there's always the people who really liked his thoughts and others who didn't. But one thing that people have to admit, that from day one, when he walked out with his brown shoes and refused to live in the big palace, throughout his whole pontificate, you know, he was very much wanted to be in touch with the poor, focus on those who are marginalized, and that is kind of, you know, if people think about it, in the end, in the Gospels, in Matthew specifically, but when it comes to the judgment, what does Jesus say? He says, you're going to be judged on if you give food to the hungry and water to the thirsty, and, you know, that's kind of what the gospel is all about, you know. So Pope Francis really kind of reminded, I think, the church that that's what we need to be focused on.
Especially now.
Things like that rather than other things that other people think are really important. Like some things here at Corpus Christi right now that are not what we're about, you know, not our focus in life. People blow things out of proportion. So, but anyway, so we're going to honor him as the world is doing right now with the visitations or the viewings at the Vatican. And of course, the Pope's funeral is going to be Saturday morning. and then the conclave begins and all those kind of things. We're going to have a special prayer service here at Corpus Christi Friday night at 6 o'clock. It's going to start off with Eucharistic adoration, but then we're going to pray what's called the Office of the Dead. It's the traditional office that we priests and religious pray every day anyway, but this one's focused. So there'll be a lot of music. So we're going to sing several of the Psalms. We're going to do some recitation of one of the canticles, different prayers, more music. So everybody come if you can Friday night, 6 o'clock. Corpus Christi. I need to talk to Sean. We might live stream that so that people can watch it if they... so possibly a live stream. You can look on our website if that's going to happen. So Friday night, and then the next day, Saturday, this weekend, we have First Communions here at all of the masses this weekend. So we have 41, is that right? Sounds right?
That's a lot.
How many are at each mass? Like 14 or something?
Ish.
Yeah.
Yeah, 12 to 14. So at each
Anne's
mass...
got one this year.
We'll
Oh,
be there
yeah.
at 4:30.
Oh.
Oh, really?
We have another priest coming to can celebrate that mass I just heard about, who has his niece Genevieve is going to receive that.
Oh, Brent. Father
Father
Brent.
Brent Stoll is going to come and can
Mhm.
celebrate. So anyway, yes, at every Mass this weekend we have all our First Communion kids receiving Jesus for the first time with their families, of course. But so that's going to be the Masses are going to be a little different this weekend because we're going to let the kids go first, and then we'll open it up to the rest of the congregation. So just beware of that. It's not going to delay things much at all, so people are always concerned about that. So they said that about the Easter Vigil, and I kind of warned people too that
It was so beautiful.
because we had 8 baptisms and 20 confirmations, and we were still done in
so
less than
awesome.
2.5 hours.
Yeah, it was so beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Did you
That's
thought
good.
because your husband?
Yeah.
I mean, you were like 2 weekends in
Oh
a
my
row.
gosh.
Oh my
Big
gosh,
thing.
yeah.
Guys, we gotta just get through spring. I am tired.
It's busy
It's a lot.
spring for your family.
It is. Yeah.
Anne's husband entered the Catholic Church over the weekend, and little boy's going to receive First
girl.
Communion.
Lucy.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, yeah. Sorry,
And then we got 2 years.
he's way too young.
I know.
Yeah, he's not
He
ready.
looks like
He's not ready.
He does
Yes.
look like he
Yeah. So
It
yeah,
was-
that's
I thought
busy.
the vigil was. It was so great to see so many people. That's the most I think we've ever had since I've been here.
Yeah, last year was pretty big too.
It was just great.
Yeah,
I love that mass.
it was good. Yeah, so and like Anne was talking about with her family, but then with her role here in communications, we've had all these things going on, and then the following weekend, May 3rd, 3rd and 4th, but that May 3rd is our big Donum Fidei dinner auction. It's our big fundraiser for our school and parish. So that Saturday, good Lord, May 3rd, Mass is going to be at 4 o'clock, not 4:30. So we're going to remind everybody about that, but I'm saying it today. So on Saturday, May 3rd, Mass is at 4 o'clock, not 4:30. We're moving it up a half hour so we have more time to get the dinner auction thing going and celebrating that night. So, because that's a great
We
celebration.
also want to see the race.
Yeah.
We're also going to
Oh, yeah.
stream
The theme is the Kentucky
the Kentucky
Derby.
Derby.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know
So-
that. So I knew the theme was Kentucky Derby.
Mhm.
I just ordered my hat yesterday to wear, my fedora.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we're going to live stream the race. So it's in
That's
the evening.
plan. Yeah.
Well, I didn't know that.
Yeah, usually they
What
run
time
at
is
like
it,
5:05,
Whatever.
something like that. It's like right after 5 o'clock.
But we're not placing any bets.
Well, that's gambling.
That's gambling.
That's
You can
gambling.
do that on your own.
Uh-huh.
I just saw this morning that there's already some betting side with the Pope. Who the
I
next
know,
Pope's going to
Oh.
Tegel, is that how you say his last name?
be? Take the one from the
Tegel?
Asian country.
Uh-huh.
He's second.
He's 3-1 odds.
3-1.
Something like that. That's what his odds were. And I was like, wait, we need to go to Vegas?
Yeah.
For the Pope?
People are betting on who the new Pope's going to be.
They'll bet on anything, Father.
Yeah. I guess.
Anything.
Whatever. It's gonna be whoever the Holy Spirit wants. So.
Yeah.
I heard an interesting story too about Pope Francis. I've been watching all these things. When they were in the conclave, he was not considered at all. I mean, honestly, he wasn't in the running. But as it works, they pray. What does the church need? What does the Holy Spirit? And more it was focused on the poor or whatever. So, because each time they vote twice a day, and they call out the name of the person, so all the cardinals know who's getting more votes. And as it goes on, his name started getting more and more votes and things like that. And he had the story was, and he wrote about this, that he was with another cardinal from the South American countries, and it looked like he was going to get all the votes. And he hadn't even thought, because a lot of the cardinals who think they're in the running, because they have to choose a name immediately.
Right.
And he thought he had no chance, so he hadn't even thought of the name. And he was talking to his other brother cardinal from the South Americans, and it looked like it was getting close. And the guy said, "Have you even thought of a name?" He says, "I have no clue." And the guy told him, his brother told him, not his real brother, but brother cardinal, said, "Remember, we need to focus on the poor." Mm-hmm. And the first thing he thought of was Pope Francis of Assisi, who was very humble, who lived in the poor, slept on the ground, whatever. And so he just kind of went with it. So it was very last minute. Because
that's a big thing.
We've never had a Pope Francis before.
No,
so.
and that's a big thing if you don't think you're even, like, if you're just going to vote, and then it's like you're like, oh, that's a huge
surprise
job. Yeah.
That's why, and I'm sure everybody's going to be watching. We're going to be on, this is Catholic Watch, of course, Catholic Moment, but I remember when he first came out as a pope, we were all watching somewhere, whatever, and you could just, the look on his face was like
terrified. I was like, what did I do? And he was just great.
And he didn't, his first thing he did was ask people to pray for him, and he just stopped down his head. Yeah. So, anyway, it's going to be interesting.
He was just a normal, I like, when he said, "I'm just going to ride the bus," and we're like, "Oh no, you can't ride the bus anymore." Like, he just wanted to just go on about his day as it was before.
Mm-hmm.
Last night they were showing, though, when they sealed his room.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love that stuff.
The Carmelingo, is that his name?
Yes.
He's from the United States. And he's like the main guy in charge right now.
And they're thinking could be,
but yeah, because he's like the head guy over there.
Right.
But he was educated here in the United States, but he's not from here, because he's actually a cardinal, I think, for Italy.
Okay.
Because that's where he got his offices as a cardinal and stuff. But who knows?
Saying him.
There's one from Italy, not this guy, but another guy who everybody's thinking will get it.
Budapest guy, too.
Budapest, yeah. Who knows? It's up to God.
Well, they say that Tegel is the Asian
Francis. Yeah.
So that'd be good to keep this good thing going.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people don't think so.
No, I know.
So, who knows?
It'll be interesting. I can't wait. I'm already watching.
Yeah.
I have the wake on my computer.
Be on Pope Watch.
I'm on it.
Yeah.
Do we know what times they vote during the day?
I need to find that out.
We need to find that out.
Yeah, because I would like to know that.
Right.
That's when I will definitely be looking on my phone.
Oh, And I'm going to be watching the funeral and getting up.
Great.
I'm all about this.
Not me. I would need to find somewhere that I can record it or whatever on my TV.
Well, I would imagine it's going to be on every news.
Yeah, the
station.
whole thing. I don't want to.
ABC did all day Monday. That ABC News Live, it's like not our local, all day and night was him. And then last night, all of it was about him.
I am going to research, because there's certain Catholic, every news station has their Catholic representative person, and some actually know a lot more what they're talking about, and some have a slant that I don't really want to. So there's one in particular, I'm not going to tell which network publicly here, but there's one in particular that I'm probably going to, hopefully I can watch from them, because I know this guy's on top of it. So anyway, it is what it is. It's a good thing to watch.
It's exciting. I mean, it goes from being solemn and sad, and then
the whole world watches.
Yeah. And we've got a new pope and a new bishop.
Yes. The fun, interesting things just continue here at Corpus Christi in our world.
I love it.
Yeah, May will be interesting. It'll be good.
And then they're not canonizing.
Yeah, no. They delayed Carlo Acutis' canonization, which is supposed to be this Sunday. That'll be good. But you can still go watch the movie or whatever. Or looked on Formed. So
people are still going by there to see him.
I won't.
It'll happen.
So, okay. Well, I think that's it for today, everybody. God bless you. If you need anything from Corpus Christi, check us out. Check out our webpage. Go online. We're here to help. So, thank you all so much. Happy Easter.
Easter.